Howdy guys, how's it going? So, first night out in a hot minute. I know I still probably sound a wee bit congested, but post deviated septum surgery, almost, I'd say 90% of the internal swelling has went down. I can actually be understood. I actually, it felt fine, and I've been wanting to get out. It's just I couldn't really record anything because my communication wasn't up to par, and the last video I put up with no talking in it didn't really perform that well. So we're going back to the roots and what we have been doing. It's been pretty breezy, but I got the ONEWIND tarp shelter out, sealed nylon. I got it last year, and I don't think I've got it out since last year. It's probably been right at about 10 to 12 months, but it's a super compact, lightweight half shelter. We're not supposed to get any precipitation, but also brought out the old woodland bivvy. We got the green patrol bag. Tonight's temperature is estimated to be getting down to around 40, 42. Brought a bearskin fleece with me just in case, but with this blocking a majority of the wind, being within the bivvy and that green patrol bag, not worried. Slept down to about freezing with that setup before. But still bringing out some new gear to try. That I've got over this past week and a half or since my surgery, however long it's been. Got this Outback trade-in oilskin jacket, which I was really excited about, and one of their new wool hats, and then this blue chair. This blue chair is heavy. It's not really designed to be a backpacking chair, but it's very stable, and as you've seen, it opens up in like 2 seconds. So I was happy to get that out. I noticed there's a bunch of little spiders, looks like wolf spiders, so I probably stepped on the mother at some point. So I'm gonna wait a bit before I put the bivvy out, but it's been treated with permethrin and all that stuff, so even though it doesn't have the zipped in bug net, once it starts to get down into the low 40s and everything at night, they pretty much don't move around at all. So this green, I can't remember what this stuff is called, but it makes for a very soft lay, and then just a good old foam pull out Z-fold pad. And as far as the sleep system goes, we're good there. And then for ease, and because it's been so windy, I brought an MRE. I think I brought the chicken chili bowl, I believe is the one that I brought with me. But here in a second, I am going to make a cup of peppermint tea, because that kind of helps open up the sinuses, and after screwing around with all this leaf debris and everything, that kind of aggravates things. So cheers to getting pretty much everything in camp set up. Now, one thing I was happy to find out about is this bottom sleeping compartment on this Tasmanian Tiger 80-liter bag. Last time, I stored that Vertex sleeping bag in, and it held that just great. And this fits the camo Gore-Tex bivvy and the green patrol bag fine, and I think I could actually have this bivvy or any of the other bivvies with that Vertex sleeping bag, or maybe even the black patrol bag. Still kind of iffy about that, because the black patrol bag I don't think compresses as easily as that Vertex one does. But that just makes packing a lot easier and cuts off on me having to have anything on the exterior, or adds to the extra stuff I can carry on the exterior of the bag. Just get that there and fold it over. gonna have me a little pre-supper snack. But still, we've been having pretty much a constant breeze blowing through. But this one right here is a jalapeno flavor. I think it's my new favorite. Oh, I believe it is time for a cup of tea, and I've got this really nifty little alcohol stove from Cubic, which is the company that makes that one that I've been using like pretty much in every single video up until now that we're in winter and it's too breezy to have a fire in this area. But this thing is even smaller and lighter than that other one. The only thing is it doesn't have its own windscreen available yet. So that's why I'm gonna take and set this right here in between this. I can just set my canteen cup on top of it, and we don't really need to boil the water. Just need to get it heated up enough for a nice cup of peppermint tea. This will be the first time I've legitimately used it. That's more than enough fuel for what we're going to do. So in comparison to my other one, I'm not sure how easy this one's going to light, especially with it being this breezy, or how well it'll stay lit. But it seems like that lit a bit easier, and then my other one is a lot dirtier, so that's probably got a lot to do with it. She's rocking and a rolling. Now it's a bit darker than it looks on camera, so I am going to go ahead and get ready and heat up the main from the MRE. Now, I've not took anything out of this MRE. You've probably heard about people field stripping them, and to my knowledge, that's where people take out items and stuff that they don't want. I just reconfigured the way that they was laying in the package to take up every square centimeter of space that wasn't being taken up, then put a piece of Gorilla Tape over it. The Gorilla Tape is handy to have on there instead of just regular duct tape because it makes a very good fire starter, and so does duct tape, but this tends to burn just a little bit longer and better in winds and stuff if you needed to start a fire. And in case you're new, I get all my MREs and ration and stuff that I eat 90% of the time from MREmountain.com. Highly recommend it. Same place that I know, I think Steve MRE has got most of his in the past. They're always fresh, and I've never had any issues as long as I've been getting stuff from that website. So that's what I was talking about when I said all these components are just packed in there side by side. I just slide each one in individually right beside one another, and then just kind of play around with filling in the gaps with like the cheese spread and things of that nature. Now I think these, I can't remember where you look on these to tell the date, but I think these are the ones like the brand new 2026 MREs, if I'm thinking about that dating system right. Like these are brand new, and the recommended consume by date is 2026. Please correct me on that if I'm wrong. Trail mix, crackers, cheese spoon, accessory packet, main, and oh, this is a lemon lime beverage drink, so we'll definitely have that bad boy. It says 12 ounces of water. That'll work out good after we fill up that. And then I refilled 2 plastic water bottles just to throw them in the bag on top of carrying my canteen with me. So since these heaters are brand spanking new, shouldn't have any issue with them working. Make sure the FRH doesn't get bent over. And that is cooking along already. Then I'm going to take the cheese and slide it in on this side too to warm it up so it comes out easier. We're on a bit of a slope. I think we can just lay it right there and be good to go. And I'm going to assume we have about 12 ounces left. Let me try to pour this powder in this bottle. That color right there seems pretty appropriate for the Halloween season as well. Not too shabby. Pretty sure that's just cashews and pretzels. And almonds. Well, that feels pretty good and heated. Oh God, on one side's definitely hot. But yeah, you just want to feel the opposite side and make sure it feels warm. And I mean, that feels hot. I like to grab a couple sticks. To help make something to hold it up while I work with it. So right there, is that good looking. Oh yeah, that's plenty hot. Sticking out this really loose stuff in my pocket. These crackers open. Normally that is not crackers. That is a chocolate chip toaster pastry. My bad. Well, we actually warmed that up a little bit too. So I'm gonna stick that on my bag over here to keep it away from it. So, and that makes sense because their tortilla is what takes the place of the powdered hot sauce. And so there you have it. That right there will stop up the colon of the best stylus. But all that really matters is how it tastes. And for me, I've tried eating these things on the tortilla, and it just doesn't work. These things have such a defined crease down the middle that they just always bust open as soon as you put the first bite into them. So I just like to, you know, take a bite, then take a bite of tortilla. And this is one of the best, one of the better MREs, hands down. It is a little bit disappointing that with this one, we have that toaster pastry, and there was no packet of coffee in this one. Right, one thing is for sure, I'm very happy that I did decide to wear this oilskin out here, because it is breezy, it's cooling off, and surprisingly, it's just like, it just has misted a little bit. I don't know how well that'll show up. Like, it's not raining, and it's not supposed to precipitate at all. Like it said, like, you know, a 6% chance of moisture, and there's always a chance of some moisture. But one thing I realized is I forgot to bring another pair of socks. So my boots have not got muddy at all, and one thing about these military sleep systems with the patrol bag and the Bivvy is the foot box is enlarged because it's designed to be worn at times with your boots on, in the event that, you know, whenever this was made for the military, they needed to just get some sleep, leave their boots on, and be able to just jump out of it and go. And like I said, my boots are not really wet at all, so now, I love wearing my wool hat, but whenever I'm sleeping in these bivvies, and just in general, I always bring my other hat with me because the bill of this helps keep the head of the bivvy from laying against your face. So the best way to do it is just unzip it all the way down to the foot. And you don't want to catch the sleeping bag with your heel material, so I just take the soft part of my toes, get to the very bottom,
But this is exactly the kind of thing that this is made for, and like with the wind the way that it is, any little bit of moisture that falls, if it maintains this type of wind and stuff, it'll be dry as a bone by the time we leave in the morning. But that is, you know, it's just a little bit of mountain weather for you. So thanks for joining me for this one, and I will see y'all in the morning. Good morning, guys. How's it going? Well, last night was so comfortable, man. If you ever see any, like, the patches of this green stuff on the forest floor, odds are it is very soft ground. You just have to make sure there's no roots or anything underneath you. But I'm happy to say, like, it didn't seem where it's been so breezy, and it's pretty breezy this morning. There wasn't really any condensation underneath here, but okay, I don't know if you can hear that. It's an animal making some type of racket. I don't think I've ever heard before. But yeah, so it actually did get quite steamy where I decided to, you know, sleep fully clothed in here. A couple times I opened it to vent it, but I wanted to keep it closed because of, you know, all those little spiders I was telling you about. It doesn't look like we have any, we didn't have any visitors get underneath the flap of the bivvy, but the condensation, like my face feels a bit sweaty this morning because it's kind of started to warm up a bit quicker than usual, which is interesting because despite the breeze, but I think today has a higher high than yesterday. But here very soon we're supposed to be getting nights back down into the 20s, which I'm really looking forward to. But it feels really nice to get the old camo bivvy back out. And like I said, the patrol bag works great. When you combine these two together, the temperature rating's pretty spot on if you wear all your clothing. So we'll still be using that again. I mean, I got those other bivvies that I've really been enjoying using, but it's kind of interesting to see how different bivvies perform differently, despite the fact that they're, you know, relatively the exact same concept. But the new gear's good. I plan on pumping videos out just back to back to back now that my deviated septum situation's pretty much over. Got a lot of kit videos, some hunting kits videos that I want to get out to you guys. I've just been waiting on a few small doodads. A few doodads here and there to complete the kit or the individual kits, because I've got pretty much 3 types of kits that I'm planning on this year. I got like a belt kit, more of like just a day bag, and then like a day / multi-day bag. Plus we got the wall tent. We just got tons of stuff that we're going to be working on. So anyways, guys, I'm glad to be back. Sorry for that short little hiatus. And I look forward to seeing all you guys in the comments section and in all the future videos to come. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share the channel with your friends, family, anybody that enjoys good old outdoor activities. Most all the gear will be linked down in the video description if you'd like to check it out for yourself. With all that said, guys, till the next one, adios.